Hello and welcome to my presentation on poverty and hunger in India and fixing the poverty problem with economics. So what is poverty? Well, the World Bank defines it as living on an earning of $1.25 per day or less, which includes your purchase of food and clothing, and it also means not being able to live a dignified and stable life. So what is poverty like? To get a clear picture of this, let's translate $1.25 per day into Danish kroner, which translates to about 7 Danish kroner. With this much, you can get one loaf of cheap bread, or one ear of corn, or two colas. Uh, some causes of poverty in India are overpopulation, which can lead to lack of resources, bad economy, which can force people out of work and force people onto the streets, and also, more specific to India, the cultural or social system, which is extremely similar to the feudal system in the Middle Ages. There's also bad politics and insufficient resources, which can force people into hunger. Here's the poverty cycle. It starts out with a family in poverty, then the family has a child, and the child grows up in poverty, and then the whole family is significantly disadvantaged in education and skills, so they struggle to get a job, and then they fail to escape the poverty cycle. Here's a geographical distribution of poverty. Each country is highlighted with the appropriate to the amount of the percentage of people that are in poverty in that country. So the worst countries are concentrated around Central Africa and Southeast Africa, and also South Asia. Here's the Indian distribution of poverty, and you can see that the darker regions are the ones with the higher rates of poverty, and they're concentrated in the central and eastern India. What is the government doing to end poverty and hunger in India? Well, there's a competitive scholarship program for students under the poverty line, and they can get high school and college scholarships, and also rations for those below the poverty line. My solution is organic farming. It's back to the basics. My solution is to provide each poverty-stricken person with a piece of land, and it is self-sufficient because you can use it to farm your own food, or you can use it to make money and sell your crop. The advantage of organic farming is that it's cheap and requires minimal education, and agriculture creates an everlasting economy because the world will always need agriculture to make their food. My future vision is that the economy in India will be completely rebuilt, and hunger and poverty will be harmoniously ended because hunger will be ended because organic farming will allow each person with land to produce their own food, and poverty will allow each poverty-stricken person to get land, thus have a home and a job. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from my presentation.